Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. Budget scooters for exactly 1 lakh rupees. That is something that everybody wants, a perfect for the household. And today I've got two very good options, not the Activa though. The brand new scooter from Hero, the Hero Xoom, and the plain vanilla simple scooter from TVS, which has been hitting the market with good numbers, the TVS Jupiter. Now that is the ZX disc version, and this one is the top end version of the Xoom, which gets a disc brake too. So let's compare today and I'll tell you which one is the perfect pick for your household. Before we begin, subscribe to MotorBeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon, yeah? Before we start with the exact prices, let me tell you that when I had bought that scooter, the TVS Jupiter ZX6, almost 2 years back, I had paid close to 87 to 90,000 rupees for that scooter. Today, the pricing for that scooter is close to 1,06,000 rupees. However, this one, the Xoom, is exactly 8,000 cheaper at 96,000 rupees. So if you compare the prices, yes, the Jupiter is a little costlier, but then again you get a total of 6 variants in Jupiter where you can pick whatever you want. You want the disc with connectivity features, you don't want the disc, you want a normal alloy, you want drum brakes, you want sheet metal wheels. Accordingly, its price ranges from 90,000 all the way up to 1,06,000. Same thing goes on for the Xoom, where it gets two specific variants with drum, with disc, and then there's a special variant which comes with these cornering lights. So yes, total of 3 sets, pricing between 90 to 96,000. Now, as I did mention about the cornering lights, yes, this is a specific feature in the only scooter in the market, that is the Hero Xoom, because none other scooters have got cornering lights. These lights are useful in the night, and when you lean into a corner, only then they turn on. Even while stand still, there are times when the light has been turning on, and yes, it is kind of useful, but then again, it does not spread out completely. It is just a small spot on the road, because you did get a moving headlight on the handlebar. There's a fixed headlight setup here, so this is kind of handy. Now then, that is the advantage of the Jupiter, because you get the headlight setup, which is an LED unit, quite bright, I'll say, that is on the handlebar. So the way you move the handlebar, the headlight moves with it, and you can have a better view of what's ahead as compared to that of the Xoom. The next question that comes to my mind is, which one does look better? I know I should have got the Honda Dio here in the comparison with this scooter, but then again, these two are the major sellers now, because Hero Xoom is getting a good amount of attention, and then the Jupiter looks quite different. The overall styling of the Jupiter is quite classic, quite simple, and has a simple scooter feel, while the Xoom feels a lot more sporty. And yes, in terms of ergonomics too, it is a little different as well. I'll show you how. The overall curb weight for the Hero Xoom is close to 109 kgs, which is standard, because this is 109 and that is 107, so not much of a difference. Seat height is also at 770 for the Xoom, and that is 765, so not much difference either. But the seat for the Xoom is a little more tapered. It is not as widespread. However, you get decent amount of comfort, and the moment you hop onto the scooter, you see I am 5 feet 6 inches, and for my height I am sitting very close to the handlebar. So that is the setup over here. The seat height is nice, but the handlebar is quite close, and if you are any taller, say if you are a 6 feet guy, the moment you turn the handlebar, it's gonna touch. There are times that it has been touching my feet as well, so that is something that the handlebar is a little too close. And because you get 2 storage pockets, you can't really put a bag here and put your legs too, so that is a bit of a disadvantage if you're carrying a bag. However, these 2 storage pockets do come in very handy to put in multiple things, your phone, 2 1-liter bottles, and a lot of things can be stored right here. Although if you check out the Jupiter, it is a bit more spacious. You get a better grab rail on the Jupiter, because there's no grab rail on the Xoom. It's hidden right here, and then the space for the pillion is also quite nice. The moment I hop on, I find it very, very comfortable, a bit more comfortable than the Xoom, because the suspension setup is also a little softer, plus there's good enough space here with the handlebar being a little further away, not too far, but a little further as compared to the Xoom. If I talk about the storage space too, you can see that there's one pocket right on the left with a charger unit to put your phone down. That is not covered though. However, you can put a 1-liter bottle, which will be a slight tight fit. So if you want something that is for your pillion, if you want something that is for comfort, if you want something that is ergonomically suited for city riding, get the Jupiter. If you want something that is a little more sporty, then yes, Xoom plays in a good role here. Now with the Smart Connect feature that is there on the Jupiter, but it is in the topmost variant, and that goes up to 1,08,000 rupees. Now that is a little too high. But this scooter, right, what we have in front of us, gets an analog digital cluster and gives a decent amount of information, but it does not have connectivity features. However, the Xoom gets connectivity features for the Hero Connect, that is only there for the data which comes from the scooter to your phone, but nothing else. There might be a missed call alert or something like that with small notification right on the top, but that's about it, because the Hero Xoom gets a complete digital cluster. You do not get multiple trip meters, you just get one trip meter and the average mileage which is displayed right on the go. There is, however, a benefit for the Xoom that you get a start-stop system as well as a side stand cutoff. So the side stand is down, I cannot really start the scooter, but the starter is not a silent starter. So let me give you an example right now, that once I hop onto the scooter, I'll have to put the stand up, and then that is the starter, decent exhaust note, and that's a cut. So that is definitely useful in stop-go traffic or even while parking. However, on the Jupiter, there's another benefit that you get a silent starter. You do not get a start-stop system on this. You do not have to sit on the scooter, put the stand up, just press this. A silent starter right over here. So that is again something that you might like. Start-stop system and a side stand cutoff on the Xoom, a silent starter on the Jupiter. Which one did you like? Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah. In terms of performance, both the scooters get almost a similar engine, because this one gets a 110cc motor, this one gets a 109cc motor, producing close to 8 bhp of power, 7.7 bhp of power. But the Jupiter produces 8.8 Nm of torque and this one is 8.7. So not much of a difference in terms of performance. But then again, if you are looking for immediate the 0 to 40 performance, the Jupiter takes it up, because 0 to 40 it is a little bit quicker. It is a lot more better in terms of holding the speeds between 50 to 60. But then again, the top speed is just close to 80 km per hour, not more than that. For the Xoom, the top speed is a little bit more. It can go up to 90 km per hour, and the overall power delivery is a lot better and lot linear on the Xoom. It is quick, but Jupiter is slightly quicker. Now in terms of comfort, you know, the Jupiter is the best. In terms of performance, yes, the Xoom is a little bit better. However, what about the grip from the tires? How does it balance? Jupiter has a body balance feature, so it keeps the scooter straight all the time. For the Xoom, you lean into corner very nicely, and that holds the line really well. So if you are a corner craver, if you just want to filter in through traffic, if you just want to have fun all the way, the Xoom has it a little bit better. But then again, if you want comfort and yet a balance for everyone and a seat that is like much better than the Xoom, then get the Jupiter. As we talk a bit more about comfort, the pillion foot peg is also made of rubber unit for the Jupiter. However, that on the Xoom is a metal unit, and the rear suspension is adjustable for 3 levels for the Jupiter, which is there but not adjustable for the Xoom. For the tires too, which I mentioned earlier, you get 12-inch wheels on both the ends for both the scooters. But then the Xoom gets a 100 section rear tire. That does not make much of a difference compared to the 90 section on the Jupiter. But then again, if you consider cornering, if you consider leaning into particular places, if you consider going a little faster, enjoying the scooter, that is where the rear tire comes in a little bit handy. And then the machine cut alloys on the Xoom does make it look a little bit better compared to the standard alloys that are there on the Jupiter. Now both these scooters are coming neck to neck, and there are a few things where the Jupiter is better, like comfort and a family scooter feel, while the Xoom is a little more of a youngster feel. But then again, if you talk about braking performance, both the scooters have the almost same braking performance, with the disc brake being a little bit bigger on the Jupiter. The feel is a little lacking for the rear drum, because I suppose we have been riding it for almost 1.5–2 years, and probably that is the feel, and the Xoom is a fresher motorcycle, but the brakes are just nice. If you just stand on the brakes, you get good amount of grip, and the front dips very nice, and you get a perfect stopping distance. However, the Xoom feels a little more confidence inspiring in terms of riding dynamics. There's another point where the Jupiter takes it up, because you get an external fuel filler cap. You don't have to get off of the scooter, and it gets a multi-function key where you just press this and the key opens up, the fuel lid opens up. Plus it gets a 6-liter fuel tank, while the same on the Xoom is just a 5.1 liter. And then you have to take the seat up and take this plastic cover off, so which feels a little flimsy. But then again, this is a situation here for the Xoom. In both the scooters, you do get a light below, so that is advantageous, but the storage space is almost similar. For the Xoom, it is a little bit deeper, higher for the Jupiter, it is a little longer. Now at the end of the day, you are paying close to 1 lakh rupees for either of the scooters. Which one makes a lot more sense for you? It is quite simple in the whole comparison today. The Xoom is a sportier version of the 100cc scooter, the 110 to be precise, and then the Jupiter is the most comfortable scooter you can get in the same price bracket. Although the Jupiter gets multiple variants, you get multiple options, you get multiple accessories, the way you want to customize your Jupiter, and I suppose there are about 11 to 14 color options in the Jupiter with different variants. So at the end of the day, you get a lot of option for the Jupiter. I'm sorry, I forgot to close this. I don't want the fuel to evaporate. At the end of the day, again, as I mentioned, Jupiter is complete comfort, perfect family scooter, a perfect one to get to your household. But then the Xoom is perfect for any youngster who wants a young at heart feel, who wants a brand new scooter and want features that are little different from the market altogether. I have seen ads that Ranbir Kapoor is doing nowadays for the Xoom, and I find it quite amusing because it is a different kind of a ad altogether, and that is what the Xoom is. It is a different kind of a scooter, but with the same roots what Hero has been taking in for a long time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I cleared the confusion. If you had any, or else if you have any more questions, let me know in the comment section below which is the comparison of a scooter that you would like to see. Which one are you preferring and still confused for a bit, and I might try and answer and give you a proper solution with that. Here, the sportier option is a Xoom, the comfortable is the Jupiter. As simple as that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.